Hey Soyeon, did you upload the picture of us on Instagram?
Yep, check it out.
Wow, you got over 170 likes!
Yeah, I think it's because the place we went is a hot place.
No wonder the food and coffee prices were quite expensive.
Yeah, probably the rental fee of this place will also be expensive too, don't you think? Good evening, respected professors, our fellow participants, and our dear audience. My name is Soyeon, and this is my partner, Taeho. We both major in policy science. Based on the lessons we learned from the gentrification problem-solving process in Soyeon district, we will apply such lessons to make a better future. Which district is Hwang University located in? Yep, it's Soyeon district. So we will analyze in more detail by looking at how Soyeon district suffered from gentrification, the lessons we learned, and finally, we will apply such lessons to positively change our society, which is full of hate. Now, Taeho, could you tell us what gentrification is and how it became a problem in the past?
Sure. Has anyone ever heard about gentrification? Wow, so many people have heard about it. I'm pretty sure that most of the people in this room have been to Hwang and Seongdong-gu and Itaewon and another place like Hongdae and Seongsu-dong. These places were suffering from gentrification. As the social media has made a certain region very famous, the landlords want to receive high rents for making a huge profit in a short time. But tenants who cannot afford a high residential rent were forced to leave their homes. So the business community will be collapsed. This phenomenon is called gentrification. So why don't we look at the problems of gentrification in Seongdong district where Hanyang University is located. One of the problems is that the increased rate in rental fee was much higher than before. According to Seongdong District Office, the commercial rent in 2014 has skyrocketed compared to 2013. And also, according to Seoul City Hall, the land price of fluctuation rate has been increasing since 2013. Because of gentrification, the natives who cannot afford high residential rents were forced to leave their homes. This causes another problem. The commercial vitalization has decreased. As the rent has increased a lot, the owners of the store had no choice but to stop operating their business. According to Arirang News, before the policy, the district was a desolate factory area and the streets were all gray like this picture. So, Soyeon, what were the policies of Seongdong district to solve these policies?
One of the policies which solved the gentrification problem is the Mutual Growth Agreement, which is a voluntary agreement not to allow the landowners to raise the rents. Before such policy was enacted, there was no concept called mutual growth. The landlords demanded higher and higher rents to commercial tenants. But after such policy was implemented, the number of landlords participating in the mutual growth agreement has increased from 158 to 216. Next, according to the Gentrification Prevention Policy White Paper published by Seongdong District, the district created a public-private cooperation system that can reflect the voice of residents from the process of urban development when they design and develop it. Due to such system where the public sector and the private sector communicate and cooperate, the achievements of urban development have been completely passed on to the residents. We went to Seongsu-dong several times just like 2 subway stations away from the school, to actually see what's going on in gentrification problems. So as you can see in the picture, it says Seongdong, a city without gentrification, but with hope and mutual growth. So looking at the policies of Seongdong district, which solve the gentrification problem, we can earn the lesson that if various interest groups communicate with each other to understand the different interests and cooperate with each other, there will be mutual growth and less conflict between these different interest groups. Now, Taeho will apply such lessons to proceed to a better future.
So far, we've learned the lesson that communication, understanding each other, and cooperation is the best key to mutual progress. Now, I will apply such lessons to solve the problems of modern society full of hate, specifically focusing on the issues of misogyny, misandry, and global anti-refugee issues. Please raise your hand if you ever heard about 김치녀 한남충. Oh, so many people have heard about that. These are examples of Korean insulting words that express the gender hatred. Why were these new words coined? That's because the people who make hate speech think that one gender is being discriminated by the other. And misogyny and misandry are conceptual words that express gender conflicts. Misogyny, by definition, is hatred of women, and misandry is hatred of men. Then, how can we solve these problems of misogyny and misandry? By applying our lessons, rather than making a hasty generalization based on one's experience as one side of gender, understanding the differences between genders and communicating with each other will make the world without hate. Next, there is a rising problem which is becoming a hot issue around the world these days. It's about refugees. This picture shows that the refugees from Syria want their own haven in Korea because they have no place to go back. And these people in this picture were insisting that they must expel the refugees because they want their own safety. What solution can we suggest in a situation where there are interest conflicts? We will be able to solve the problems of refugees like the way Seongdong district solved the gentrification problems. Let's look at the statistics in this screen. Niabieké camp and Giembe camps are refugee camps located in Rwanda. According to Fix.org, the total local economic market contribution of refugee was much higher than the dollar amount that the local community aid to the refugees. Now, thus, cooperation with refugees makes the society better off.
So far, we have introduced the past problem of gentrification in Seongdong district, the lessons we have learned, and apply such lessons to the current society full of hate to make a better future. It is really impressive that the place we visited and uploaded in Instagram is actually the key to proceed to a society full of mutual respect, not hate. These are our references, and
thank you.